Right, we are live. Hey kids, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today we are let me just check something very quickly. No. Today we're completing the decaling on the Batmobile. Should be a fairly straightforward sort of an op. Thus far they've been pretty tidy. We'll apply a little bit of decal softener on a couple of spots first. And then we shall get down to business, we will. Now, to that end, first things first, we all know the drill, people. Oh, fuck yeah. Round we come. Ding. Zoom in just a little. Now, something I did yesterday, or last night, more was the point, off camera, was, let me just get that out of the way for a moment, a little addendum here that I was inspired to do because of what Bassman had done. I painted them red and that chrome. I'm pretty happy with how that's come up. It's looking pretty nice. And as an overall, I'll just move the undercarriage that way. As after all, that is the, there we go. So it's looking pretty swish. Now, give me a moment. All right, I'm back. Just had a bit of a sneezing fit going on there. Something I'm sure your eardrums could have done without. So there we have it. Now, next on my agenda was a little bit of decal soften. Now, where I want to apply that is onto the decals that are on our fire extinguisher. You can see they're standing up a bit in a way they shouldn't. Decal soften will fix that for us. We will also hit a few other spots, as you will see, but these are our most important ones to get. And get a cotton wool bud. Try and get them to come down a bit, which they look like they might just be starting to do, but all in good time. So that's our fire extinguisher. Next we want the, that's a bit I was going to do. Zoom out a bit more perhaps. These don't necessarily sit quite perfectly. That's okay. Again. Bit of decal soften on them. They're actually starting to sit quite nicely now. So yeah. And the other one I wanted to do, now you have to excuse me again. Oh dear, we got a bit of a snuffle this morning. Nobody needs them apples. Ah, that was the other one I wanted to do. And it was this little widget. So I'm not quite sure what the term is, but it's the rocket engine thing at the back, ultimately. Give you a quick zoom in on that one too. Now, next, I would like to, what was it? There was something else before I got down to the decaling. Ah, that was it. Boom, I want to put the top part on this. So I shall. Now the top part is this. Sprue cutters. Sprue cutters. That's a bit blurry, I believe. There we go. Now, I am unsure as to whether I should glue first, because I have discovered with a lot of these parts that they fit so well that sometimes you almost don't need glue. I didn't need glue for the backboard of the engine bay, for example. It just fit. The fit was so nice that it just was snug as a bug. So, boom. Now, anyway, getting back to this. I'm going to see if I can get away with that glue. That would be kind of cool. And it wouldn't be, like I said, unusual on this kit. Gotcha. Right, there we go. Yep, no glue required. Oh, you can't be unhappy about that little fact. So, what we have there, here's the best way I'm going to show you that. If I can, that's a bit tricky, hang on. Will it do it automatically for us? Of course not. Fuck. Aha. There we go. So there's our light on top of the Batmobile. Next on the agenda, I want to do the engine assembly after the decals. And I believe, actually, I've got one more small decal, I believe. It's all big decals now, I think. Oops, daisy. Let's just check that. Pretty much. Oh, and pretty much. All right. How funky. There's something I would like to quickly check on this. As far as in the assembly point of view with the So why do they give you 4? Ah, I see. Right, okay, now. So, right, get the decal bits there. The decals we are going to need to use. I'll probably start by I haven't got 4 into position yet. Hey, John, how you doing? So I'll get that in. That's all the small stuff then. And then it's just the biggest, more obvious stuff, which is to be found amongst all of this. Now I've got an itchy ear just then for a moment. Oh, and there is, now where do that's a curious little number. They actually give you license plates here, but the Batmobile, of course, doesn't have any because, well, it's the Batmobile. Interesting. Now, so I may not, and I'm not actually sure I see where these ones even go. It's a curious thing. We shall pop those ones just over to here. However, here's, and I probably don't, in fact, I definitely don't need any of those. Now, where is the only one I need to locate? It may be in my blue box. I think it is. And here's the actual bat shapes. What I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. But wait, there's more. There's something I might want to consider as far as decals I need. Are there any on the inside stuff that I haven't been paying attention to? Let's have a look at that. Just small stuff I'm looking for here, because sometimes that is the case. Nah. Nah. Okay. This is all very good then. Right. Next. So we're looking for decal 4. One of these ones around here somewhere. Then the penguins. Oh, here you go. More bat shapes. I think they're for the wheels, but I've painted them so I don't need them. What is decal 4? What if I did put in the blue box? I do that on occasion. No. Wonder if I did put it. Oh well. I'll keep an eye. It'll probably manifest somewhere that I'm not expecting it. Now I'm just going to get a couple of things ready so as we can get this done nice and easily. I like to have as little around my on my sheets as possible, so I can trim a lot of this away just to create a bit of space. Well, to my mind, it creates space at least. And I guess as I'm the one doing the decaling, that's probably the most important part, isn't it? Now, get them out the way. Get that out the way. Now, slice on there. All right. That's that out the way. Excuse me again. Now, in the event that I get a whole shitload done with far more speed than I had anticipated, note this is highly unlikely, I will, in all likelihood, see about getting some stuff done on the Mustang and the Messerschmitt, or the Messerschmitt. Either way, that is another option we have as far as if we've got a lot of stuff done today. Note, if I get to that point of, I know I just need to let stuff dry, we will see. Now, right, voice things first. Which one do I want to do first? Let's clear this area. Because, let's get this out of the way. Now I'm going to want to, if I'm bringing this out, Jesus. Excuse me guys, I'm just adjusting it's not holding, that's why, okay. Now, what I want to do first is probably from that angle. Can I move that any further? Yes, I can. Now, or we just get. So that's probably a better angle in some ways for the decals I'm about to put in. Now, I believe it's bam. Or would I prefer to, actually, I'd probably prefer to go that way, I reckon. All right. Now, the other thing is that's going to slide though, isn't it? So what we need to do. No, I don't. I can work with that. All right. Now, assembly sheets for a moment. 33 goes on the left, 34 on the right. Jolly good. In the meantime, so I'm going to bring the camera back a bit here so you can see a bit more what I'm doing. What's wrong? Rightio, get that out of the way so I've got a bit of space to put the bowl of water. I think this is the toothpick I was using to maneuver decals, and it may yet come in handy in a bit shortly. Let's just get all our bits and bobs that we're going to require. So we're going to get a bit of my arm there for a moment. We're going to need this one. I'm going to zoom out a bit. Can I zoom out further? There we go. Going to need that. Going to need that. Gonna need this. Oh, this is the ones I was using yesterday. So, yeah. Now, whatever. Okay. Now, get this stuff out of the way so that I can cut out the decals as I require. Now we get there. We're going to bring this in here a bit. There's a fan belt there. I'm almost knocking around. We'll get that out of the way. All right. Now, by golly, by gosh, by crikey. All right. Now, next, water. All righty. Get a bowl of water. Now, I've got to say, this is part of the process as far as the soaking with these decals that I find pretty cruisy. I'm pretty impressed overall. Come on, man. Come on. Now, alrighty. So, pop that there. Make sure my hands are dry. Now, we are looking for, what's the nearest side one? Conveniently, that is 34 being that one, I believe. Just confirm. Yes. Let us do this. This is what the first time I've encountered a decal amongst this that's been a bit awkward to get out. But we shall get this up then. Nonetheless, now, so that, here we go on like that. I would suggest. In fact, it has to. All right. That's a bit weird. All right. Tweezers. I'll just, yeah, that's why I'm finding it a bit freaky. Now, so that's going to go there. All right, I'm going to need a mouthful of coffee to consider this one. I might give you a bit more of a zoom in. In fact, I might go for up, down, bing. Not quite sure if you can see what I'm doing there. Is that? Yeah, we'll see. It's a bit hard because it's all black. Now let's just soak. Pardon me. And that should see it moving. Come here. Indeed it is. Now comes the tricksy part with these sorts of shaped ones, I would suggest. I may be pleasantly surprised. I was with the last lot. Alright. Well, so the last lot, I mean the one, no, I've only done the two big ones at the front in actuality, but I must say they were pretty good. Let's just get our position. Ah, that didn't quite roll, did it, kids? Never mind. Up we come. Now these are happily very sturdy decals, so you have to get a bit vigorous with them. Now get a bit of water into this. There we go. 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 Come on. Get off of there now. That become a bit. Ah, I see. Maybe water. Ah. It's a bit trickier than I'd want, but never mind. We'll get there. So get that off of there, down there, and oh yeah, not quite. This needs to be further over there, and it's actually being a bit of a bitch. Now I just need that to sit properly. At the moment it's hanging up. Oh, that's not good. Do I want to consider painting this? Possibly. It's a pain in the ass at the moment. Hang on. Get the brush into there. I'm going to, Jesus. Mary, Mother of God. This is not good. There we go. Stay cool. Right. Now, you've got to give them points for strength of decals. Now, if I can be that vigorous with it, here we go. Aha. Aha. Almost aha. No, I'm actually. Yes. Ah, almost. I see. It's almost exactly right. This needs to come to the change further. Flatten that out. Almost. Sound like the guy on Bloody Star was almost there. Aha! Boom, finally. That was a bit of an epic effort, but never mind. So yeah, all right. It was a bit harder than I would have liked, but never mind. One thing that is apparent is those decals are fucking strong. I can only marvel at that. All right, let's get on to the next one, which hopefully will be a little more cooperative. Now, I'll probably try going from that angle. Yep, wrong way. Zip, zoom in. So I'm going to try and get this one in there. I'm hoping the rest are rather, in fact, most of them are looking pretty, well, they're straight lines. This is, well, most of them are. And you can't help but think that's going to be a wee bit easier then. Now, all right, now this should be moving again pretty promptly. Probably now even. So, ah. Alrighty. Actually, try from that angle. damned. Now, this is a bit of an all his hands angle, but never mind. Almost. All right. Let's get this done. Actually, this has been a lot more cooperative than its counterpart, I must say. Oh, boom! Hang on. Oop. Now, the fact that those don't join doesn't matter, purely because that is where this goes. Like, yeah, so you can see, hang on, maybe you can see, boom, how that's gonna, yeah. All right, good. Next. Oh, they're much higher, okay. So 38 and 39 we can do. I would suggest. All right, wait a minute. Let's see which is easily accessible. That's probably an easier way of going about this, isn't it? Oh no, 38, 39. It's very easily accessible. Let's do this. Zoom out a bit. And the best angle for these, I guess, would be actually, literally, that way. Mouthful of coffee. Oh yeah. Just wondering if no, we'll leave that. Now, which one goes where on these ones? 38 goes there. Scalpel. Excuse me again. All right. Now, let's just get the number off. Let's work out how this one goes, because it looks too long. But I would suggest that I'm incorrect in that assertion. Now, I wonder. Right. what I'm looking at here is, that's a bit tricksy. Hang on. So do I need to have another part in there before I can do this one? Answer, probably. Let's have a look at assembly sheets. Right. Other question, does that mean, because what it is, guys, is there's a little boot thing that goes there. That goes jing. Yeah, it's a bit of a poser. Or am I just overthinking it? Might be overthinking this, guys. All right. Well, let's do it. I think. Still a bit apprehensive. Just because of the length of that in comparison. And bearing in mind, I don't know. I think I'm just overthinking this, guys. That's okay. Let's just get down to business. Get this out of the way. All right. Well, that one. Okay, I'm happy with that. Next one there. being 39. This one. Now, wonder where 40 goes. I'm just getting distracted now. And up. There we go. Right, now, based on how cooperative the other one was, hopefully this one is equally cooperative. Now, after this one, nice. All right, let's get this on. Just a bit curious about. So what's the next lot? Ah, I see. I see. You will too shortly. Yeah. Batman. Yeah. Robin. Come on off of there, damn you. That's getting closer. Come on. Come on. Not quite though. A bit more static. Boom. I'm just checking a couple of things here. Yeah, I'll be wanting to hit that with a bit of decal soften. But that's okay. It's starting to look the goods. Now, next. That was what it was. Yes. Decal 43. And then we'll do some on the front. Decal 43 goes on this. So, to that end, good people, let us, now I'll probably want to make sure that doesn't slide around, just where our good friend Blue Tag comes into play. Splatch. Splatch. Maybe a bit further in. And even, I might actually just use that as a bit of a thing to raise the angle on, because this should be a fairly easy one. They've given us 4 43s. I guess that's because theoretically you could. I think it would be overkill. So I'll see how one looks and I'll consider it. But there are 4 points where you could place these and get a effect. What do I think about that? I don't know. The other question would be, would that have to be there? If you're wondering what I'm umming and ahhing about, yeah, it's right to the edge there. Now, scalpel time. The reason I'm thinking I'll only do the one is because otherwise they're appearing randomly and that's a bit messy. Bit of mucky muck. Now, there's a 35 here, and it looks completely random. Just give me a moment before I carve. I'm just a little curious. 35, let's have a look. Otherwise, I will, yes, cut it out. Cut that out! But I will place it somewhere on a just-in-case basis. It doesn't appear. More mysteries of life, kids. More mysteries of life. What we'll do. Because then it even has its number. It's nice and easy to know which number, which decal it is. Let's just get that out of the way. And I'll pop that in the blue box, I will. Now, decal 43. Eights. Five. There we go. Now that goes on that way around. Boom. All right. Now, and then, as I said, we'll get stuck into some stuff on the front, of which there's a bit to be done. But it must be said, it's all starting to happen. That should be enough. There we go. Almost. Across a bit more. You down to there. You down to there. You down to there. Boom. There's our. That theoretically would go there. So there we go. Boom. Hang on. And as I said, that would. Boom. So we'll pop that over to here to dry. Zoom out a bit. Next, round to the front. Okay. Hang on a moment. Something I might do. Hopefully this hasn't set too hard. There we go. Okay. We will roll with. There's one. Hang on a moment. Now. What goes in the front there? We may need to do some assembly before we get onto this. Let's have a look. Because let's have a look at the bonnet for a moment. Now if that's going there. Okay. Right. And they then go. Sorry, I'm just because it's a bit different to. Is that? Let's have a look. This is decal 21. I see. It goes right the way up to like there. And let us just check. Yep, got it. Okay. This is another one that goes on a part that is not actually on the car, and that's fine. Then I'll have a look at a couple of other bits, but I think I might want to put the lights in before. Well, let's have a look at that. I'm just also having a quick check on something else here while I'm here. So where does the little L-shaped ones go? Ah, got it. Got it. That all, I'm seeing how it all goes together now, guys. This is actually getting very straightforward. I would suggest maybe, yeah, maybe not. So if they go there, there you go. Ah, yeah, I will want to put the lights in before I do those decals. Yeah, because the lights form. I can put the top ones in. But even then, I think I'd rather have the lights in. So we will come back to that, but we will put 21 on. Yes, we will. Now, something I'm looking to do today is tidy up this desk. That is one of today's objectives. Who knows what I'm going to find. Now, 21. There. It's out of the way for a moment. Wonder where 40 goes. Getting distracted. Anyway, hey, getting some moisture on this. Jesus, where's that from? Put these off quickly. No, it's not. Actually, they don't matter. But it's not good. I don't like moisture on my decal card. I think it's a bad outcome. Where's that from? Just there. Got rid of it now. Where was I? Ah, yes. Now that I've looked at those lights, they're not actually, although the decals for the lights are not actually as full on as I had thought. Am I being? No, let's be sensible about this, big boy. I do think that, yeah, putting the lights in on this occasion would be the GO. The GO. GGO. It's an Australian ad for those of you who are unfamiliar and wondering what the hell I'm going on about. Now, soak. Now, moving. Oh, not moving, I'm shocked. Won't be long. Hope I don't have hold of the backing. That would be inconvenient, to say the least. I'm pretty sure I'm good though. Yes, I do. Now, this leads us to a slightly different conundrum. Okay. Alright. Now we should be moving. And then there's a couple of ways I can go about this. Yep. Easiest and most obvious one. That way. Ooh. Okay, we can do that. No, I don't want to do it that way. I'll just have to get a bit freaky with my... Oh, yeah, we can do it that way. Now, decal setter. Next. Perfect. Good. Boom. That easy. Next. So we'll pop that, all of those over here to dry. Now, next. What else can we do on the front? If I'm leaving them, here we go. We will go. Rubbin. What I'm having an R is these. I see. Then, so it's 31 goes, to my understanding. Let's just move this around. Boom. And that's going to go too far, surely. Is it there? Hang on, let's be cool about this. Because we have been known, of course, to be... That would look to be too long in my eyes. The wheel arch. Oh, maybe not. Okay. And 30 is one of these, I take it. Hmm. 4 is 30. Oh no, found them. Alright, so what's the one at the front then? Well, logically 28, you'd think. That would make sense. Yeah, it'd have to be 28. Alright. Which would go there. But that doesn't go the whole length to there. So what do you use for that? Rubbin. Where does 36 go? I'm just trying to find stuff out now, guys. Just give me a moment. I'll get back onto business. No. Alright. Well, let's get on with what we do know. So we know that according to this 31, being this one, the inner one of these two goes here. Let's do that. In fact, I would go further and say we can probably do this whole line and then do the other side. And then, actually, you know what I'd like to do first? Oh no, change of plans. I know what I'm going to do. Now, first, we're looking for 31, I believe it was. Oh, that's where 40 goes. Okay. Oops. That's okay. I think. Yeah, I didn't get the decal, that's the big one. It was 31 I was after anyway, wasn't it? This one. All right. Now. And. Right, at least I've got the line. So. It's a pretty big decal. Fortunately, they're very strong decals. Interesting. I bet you that's moving right now. The reason I'm saying that is when I first put the decal paper in, it actually curled and then it uncurled. And I'm wondering if that's a sign. Yep, she's good to go. Interesting. I wonder if that's something to look for in the future. In any event. Yeah. There you go. Come on. Come on. Not quite sitting nice. Then we want that. A bit more up there, I'd say, and down there. What the fuck was that? Oh, fuck off. Give me a moment, guys. Shit. Looks the state intact. Now let's just get this one organised. We're going to have to come back to that. That's okay. Now that's not correct. Why? Isn't that sitting right? Come on, you bitch. That's better, is it? I don't know. I think it will be with a bit of decals often, but it's not quite sitting the way I'd like it. What a pain in the ass this one's being. It's just the way it's sitting. Up there, damn you. And then we've got to get this other one back on. Well, happily, at least it's a sturdy one. Oh. I think, oh, you bitch. Why is this not sitting the way it should? I'm having a cunt of a time with just the way this is sitting at this rear angle here. It's not even. Ah! Come on. Get onto there, damn you. Sit the way you're supposed to. Make me happy. I'm having a day, guys, I tell you. Fuck's sake. It's all even quiet on the chat boards. That's a bit of a pisser. Right, so that's actually got to go a lot further across. Now I can see it. Oh, fucking! Bridge over there. I come across there. That's where you've got to go to, then fucking do it, damn you. I'm getting close to throwing the fucking thing, I tell you. I might just get this deck on and wind up. I'm pissed off and grumpy. Now I've got to get that one back on. That's not helping my demeanour. Ah! Hey, oh. Fucking finally. Now let's get this other one back on. What a pisser that is. And then I'm winding up the stream because I'm in a shitful mood now. And that's not good to model with. And it's not like there's a lot of people watching, I'm sorry to say. So, you know, it makes it a bit easier for me to go, I need to go and calm down and come back to this. Oh, hey, Bassman, how you doing? I've been having a bit of a bitch of a time here, Bassman, I gotta say. Never mind. And I'll just wait till you. Here we go.
Hello,
Yeah.
sir.
Hey, how you doing? I've been having a bit of a time, I have.
Uh-oh, what's going on?
Oh, this one was just being a curse, but I've had another one actually drop off.
Oh, shit.
That's okay. I've got it here in one piece, but it's just not shit you need at any given time, like so. Um, I've discovered that I'm probably going to be well served to put the front lights in before I do all the decaling there,
Oh, okay.
or at least that's how it looks to me. Let's get this back on. Tell you, I have gotten I've gotten a lot of decaling done though so far.
Okay, cool. What time did you come home today?
7 o'clock my time, so that would have been 4:30 your time.
Okay, that's right. Your time changed. So you did come on earlier from me today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get my email I sent you earlier?
No, not yet. I haven't been on. Well, I looked at my email once, but
Okay. Yeah, we went out shopping today and got in late, and so I sent you an email. I didn't know if I was going to be on or not.
Okay, never mind. Didn't see it. Never mind.
Yep, erase it.
Now, here we go. To position. Up you go. In you go. And this time, if it would do me the inestimable favour of staying fucking where it's meant to be. Right here, yeah, like so I've got up, you saw that yesterday. There we go. Boom.
Well, it's looking
Boom.
good.
Now something I did do last night. Oh, and I've also got obviously well not obviously, but bonnet, boot, and whoop,
Okay,
there we go. So
nice.
it's starting to come together. And what I did do
Now,
yesterday
I found them three that goes on that trunk lid was very easily, and they stuck real nice.
was I followed your fine example of highlighting these with red and
Nice.
making that chrome.
Yeah, that
It's
makes
looking much.
everything pop right there.
It doesn't it just? I
Yeah, that
even
was good.
toyed with the idea of going down the side parts of the chassis with chrome, and I thought, no, that's overkill because then you're diminishing the highlight of the rest of it.
I agree. Now that looks real good.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now, getting back to this, we shall. Okay, and the next one of these should be fairly easy, being number 30. Yes, the bitch I was having with this one was just getting it to sit nicely on the wheel hub.
Well, you know
With
what? The ones
it,
over the wheel hub. Now that you say that, Rob, did give me a hard time as well.
yeah, look, it was a question of keeping it even, and or more the point, making sure that the width of the stripe was even,
Yeah.
and quite a bit of it wasn't.
Well, I'll be honest with you on mine. Actually, the ones over the wheel well, they didn't sit flush. It had a little bit of wrinkle in it. So what I done was after I got them all on there and I cleared it, I let the clear get almost completely dry, and then I took
Yep.
a toothpick and I pushed them down onto the car.
Yeah, I'll be hitting it with some decal soften, and then doing much the same.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that to be able to do that with, so I had to use my resources that I had them available.
Well, that's a pretty fair call. You use what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, decal 30 coming up. Nice long one.
Did you make it to the park yesterday and do your Tai Chi?
Didn't get to the park, but did get to my driveway and do some. Driveway's long enough.
Okay. And your music too, right?
Oh yeah, I was doing that. There was a workshop yesterday.
How'd that go?
Yeah, I had a bit of a hard time getting one of the Chili Peppers tracks down, but yeah, had a bit of a good time.
Good.
Um,
Now, is there
but
a group
yeah,
of y'all that play, or is it just you by yourself?
what it is that there's the at the moment I'm mostly just practicing by myself. I have spoken to a drummer I know because there's a project I want to get going doing heavy funk, which it'll be like funk, but with some slightly heavier influences, some chunked out, slightly chunked, because you'd have a guitar, two guitars, or a guitar and a keyboard.
Right.
And the idea would be that I'd be doing a funky bass line, but with the sort of bass sound you'd get in metal. The drums would have to work according to the need of the song, but also fit with the bass. But you'd have a guitar that would be, toward one guitar would be doing the heavy sound, the other one would be supplying that sort of funk sound that you associate with, well, funk. That's the idea. And we just got to get a bit of time to jam together and, yeah, all these sorts of things need to happen. But I'm pretty keen to get on stage again because it's a lot of fun.
I always want to kind of learn to play the drums. Never
Drums
pursued
are,
it though.
drums can be, here we go. Drums are an instrument that a lot of people teach themselves and think they can play.
I think there's a little bit more to it than that, right?
There's a shitload more to it. And in fact, I'd even go so far as to say, to a point, the same could even be said to some extent of guitar, because it's very easily accessible from the viewpoint of there's lots of chord books and song books for guitar, easy ones, you know.
Guitar looks like it would be so much harder to learn.
If you want to learn it properly, there's a whole stack of shit you want to consider. Like speaking for myself, as far as a bass player, the come on, a bit further back there. Come on. Oh, you bitch of a thing. Come on. Oh, great. This one's actually got a crack in it. Who would have thought?
Uh-oh.
It's okay. I'll work around it. That would account for why it wasn't going in the way I wanted it to. Yeah, anyway, as a bass player, and this is just on bass, you got to look at things like, yeah, chords are good, but then you start looking at what makes a chord, how you use that, what that means, therefore, in the context of how you play a song.
That's a lot of variables.
It is, and unless you understand that, you're not really understanding your instrument. And that's the whole thing right there. I mean, I used to know a guy, for example, who reckoned he could sing. Reckoned he's a great singer. And I've turned to him and said, "Yeah, mate, is that right?" He said, "Yep." And Can you do the major scale? He hadn't even heard of it. So straight away, you've got to be going, now, look, mate, here's some ugly realities for you. That's the most basic scale in music.
Huh.
If you're not getting your noggin around that one and cannot perform that one in any meaningful context, you've got a problem.
Well, my wife has actually got a pretty voice. She sung with her church a few times.
Oh, yeah, nice. I mean, singing something I can do, but I wouldn't say I would stop well short of saying I'm a singer.
Yeah, I start singing, the dogs start howling.
Actually, I did a bit of singing yesterday because they mentioned someone mentioned the scene in The Meaning of Life on Monty Python where the accountancy shanty comes up, and I've been unable to stop myself. And yep, I trotted it out.
All righty.
Indeed, alrighty.
All righty.
Because remember, it's fun to charter an accountant and sail the wide accountancy.
There you go. Sang it.
Yep. To find, explore the funds offshore and sketch the shoals of bankruptcy. It can be manly in insurance. Squeal up your premium semi-annually. It's all tax deductible. We're fairly incorruptible. We're sailing along the wide accountancy. Oh, sail away. Now, I reckon this one would be for the other side.
Oh boy.
Sometimes some of these things they don't have numbers for, which I find a bit rumpty making as well. 29 on
Yeah,
that
that is
side.
a little aggravating.
But yeah, I've made a bit of progress on this today.
So I went to my Hobby Lobby today, and they didn't have that. Shoot, what do you
Null
call it? Yeah,
Null oil?
no, nope. I
Ah,
looked, they didn't have it nowhere. A little disappointing.
ah. Cursed.
Let me go grab something.
Ah.
Oh,
Oop, blurry. Now,
so I picked up a helicopter today. So
helicopter.
after we get our Corsair done, maybe we can work on something
Oh yeah, I've never
again.
done a helicopter. Well, at the moment, I'm all about exploring stuff.
It's a
Oh wait, there's
UH-1D Huey gunship.
a what?
A UH-1D Huey gunship.
What scale?
132. 132.
Oh, that'd be big. Cool.
Yeah, I wanted a little bit bigger one on this aspect of this one because I just like the larger size vehicles.
Look, larger size comes with the asset or the benefit of having more detail. You can go to town on them.
Right.
That is the thing I do like about bigger scale, is that you have the opportunity to do all manner of much bigger.
So it
Or
was
much
$28. It was $28, 40% off. So I got for like $13.
right, nice.
So that was a good deal.
Now I have to see what I can get. There'll be something. All right. Tell you something. Oh, it's not amusing is the wrong word, but we'll roll with it. When I read The Longest Day by Cornelius Ryan, I wanted to become a paratrooper.
Oh wow!
And then I was howling oblivious to the fact that because of helicopters, paratroops are no longer a thing.
Paratroopers.
Yeah, because, well, why would you drop troops over a get lost area in a much more risky fashion when a chopper can just drop them right where you want them?
That's true. You got a point there. That is true.
That's what they used extensively in Vietnam.
Yep.
Mind you, whoops, daisy, that's a bit of bad timing. Napalm was also used extensively in the Vietnam War, and that's no recommendation.
Yeah, I know, right?
Gotta say, this could be one of the most brutal weapons in history.
Yeah.
Although, here's an interesting fact for you. In ancient times, there was a product not too far removed called naphthalene. And suitably unleashed, do a whole stack of damage real fast to a whole stack of troops.
Yes, it will.
And indeed, they used to have naphtha throwers on ships, as in they would launch pots of this stuff.
Really?
Yeah, to set fire to the other enemy ships.
Yeah.
Which you have to say is a whole stack of rudeness right there.
Ooh.
I mean, I've said it before. Wait, here we go. Time for me to do my Gough Whitlam. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. By the way, there's the one side. And it's this. Of all the various military services you could get into, I so wouldn't go into the Navy.
Oh, absolutely.
The shit hits the fan, you are screwed. That's my take on it.
You are not wrong.
I mean, it's like the dudes who were in the Atlantic convoys. Fuck that. During World War II. Fuck that. Actually, here's a funny story involving the U-boat packs and my family, in fact. There was, at one stage of the war, apparently, because story rolls like this. Apparently, one day my grandfather has come home from work and has pretty much unceremoniously just grabbed a suitcase and started packing. My grandmother has, unsurprisingly, come up and wanted to know what's going on. To which the response was, "Can't tell you." "Where are you going?" "Can't tell you that either." "How long will you be?" "Can't tell you that."
Damn it.
And what it was that apparently there was a machine coming from the US that was very important to the war effort. And so important was this machine that two were sent in separate convoys in case one got taken out. Now, that was indeed proved to be a wise maneuver because one did get taken out, but one got through. The inherent problem, however, was that the assembly instructions were with the one that went down.
No
So,
way.
yeah. So what they've had to
Wow.
do is assemble a team to reverse engineer the whole operation. And my grandfather was part of that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, if it hadn't, yeah, just the whole can't tell you, don't know.
Well,
Well, you can't say, he couldn't say more than that.
yeah, I mean, that's all they can do. So,
Yeah. Loose lips sink
absolutely.
ships. Oh, might have actually got that one nicely. My God. Surely not. Oh, I did. Yeah. And breathe.
Pop the
um,
champagne.
oh yeah, dude, that was pretty. I'm pretty happy with that one. Yeah, the thing I told you, my grandfather actually. I'm told this one. I got told this by my mother. I was unaware of it because I was a child at the time. But post-war, and indeed for quite a while when when my family first moved over here to Australia, my grandfather used to get visited by people from around the world to discuss ceramic nose cones for missiles.
Huh.
Now, where this is particularly interesting. Oops, the daisy got a bit carried away there. I was just trying to tidy it up. And where this is interesting is that his role during the war, and indeed till 1965, at a place called Morgan Crucible Company, he was the lead non-scientific hand in the experimental division.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, it's right about then you can start going, and what were you actually working on? Because his actual qualification was a fitter and turner.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, yeah. Feel free to pose some interesting questions anytime you're ready, because I sure as shit have.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
I
the?
can't help but wonder if he may or may not have worked on the bouncing bomb. You'd think if he's getting asked those sorts of questions, it's not off the cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was actually one of the most intelligent people I know, looking back. Like back in the 1970s, I reckon it was the 1970s, maybe early 80s. He was actually the first person I ever saw with hydroponics. And
Really?
he came back from a gardening place saying, it's the way of the future. We're all the nuts, Gramps. How are you going to grow stuff without soil? And the only reason it didn't work was because he didn't have a proper greenhouse. But ultimately, he was right. Now there's huge corporations growing shit like that.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
not and let's not forget, extensive drug industries growing things like that. It's a very efficient way of doing it.
Wow.
So yeah, he was aware of the capacity of hydroponics years before I even heard of anybody else doing it.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, am I two for? I'm 2 for 2. Ha ha! Go, you big boy. Can I get 3 for 3? Drum roll.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's the one. Now let's just get that decal lined up. By golly, by gosh, by crikey. Uh, where is it? Come here. Where are you?
So we're talking about animals yesterday. We actually have bobcat,
Yeah,
fox,
yeah, right.
coyotes, wolves.
Wow. Bobcats I know about, and I know they can get quite large and intimidating.
Yeah, I've mounted one time that was 28 pounds, I believe it was.
It's a big cat.
Yeah, it was a big cat.
Where is the other one? Um, yeah, I think I told you that my friends from who are over here um, were telling me how one of their sons got stuck in the snow, quite deep snow, while he was playing outside.
Oh,
And
yeah,
the
the
other kid,
cougar.
he was being eyed off by a lynx, I think it was.
Oh,
Lynx or a bobcat, either way, something big enough to take an interest in a small child.
my wife said that could actually be a big human as well.
Well, this is true. A fair and valid point, I must say. Um,
Uh,
now, I can't see where I put that other decal that goes there. That's a bit annoying. What the fuck? What the fucking Mind you, one of my big jobs today is to tidy up this desk, so that may get, in a worst case scenario, that may reveal it. In fact, probably will. Let's not be shy. Um,
so David's gone to that shipyard. What is it?
um, I'm not quite sure what it's called specifically, but it's in an area called Chatham, I believe. Um, now, yeah, I can't find that decal that I'm looking for. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. But like I said, I reckon once I start going on the scrummage, it'll manifest. Which means I'll get onto something else as far as decaling wise, and there's every possibility I'll stumble across it then anyway. Let's get the 40s done. Boom. They're looking nice. And actually, no, I'm going to go for 37. Number 37. The lady sits with the right hand waiting. The gentleman with the melon.
Uh,
Right. Now, I've decided that sometime today, and as to when today this next event will, or what I'm about to write you, will occur, I'm not quite sure, based on a few things. I've decided I am going to make myself something I haven't in a while, and that is a full English breakfast,
Oh yeah,
complete with black pudding and all that sort of caper.
black pudding.
Oh yeah, black. Oh, I think I found my other decal. Um,
I never heard of such.
Black pudding is actually, I think it's part of it is made straight out. They use blood and spices, and it sounds yucky like a lot of stuff, but it's yummy as all fuck. That's the best
Did you
way I
say
can
blood?
describe. Pardon?
Did you say blood?
Yep.
Blood.
Yeah, it sounds awful, I know. It's not just blood, but that's part of the ingredients. And but there's spices. There is some meat in there, obviously, but it's one of those well, traditional British foods that sounds god awful, but isn't.
Well, they're known for their pudding, like puddings and stuff like that, right?
That's a different one. What you're probably thinking of is Yorkshire pudding.
Oh,
And what Yorkshire pudding is actually a batter. And what's great about what Yorkshire pudding was originally created for was a way of fleshing out a meal for the kids in poor families in Yorkshire. In
oh,
Yorkshire, the one of the main jobs back in the day was mining, and mining families back in the day did not get paid what they deserved.
right.
And indeed, it was a pretty harsh, well, it's still a pretty harsh job, let's not be shy. It's not an easy job for anybody, I don't think. Anyway, well, there we go. Boom. And yeah, anyway, the idea of the Yorkshire pudding was that being a heavy batter and yummy, the kids would eat that to fill up because there wouldn't be enough meat.
Right.
And
It was hearty.
yeah, one of the things you can do is if you make Yorkshire pudding that really adds to the whole taste of it all, and I'm a fan of doing this little maneuver, is because you put it in about half an hour before you're going to pull your roast out. And you put your roast just straight on the oven grill, not the grill, the how they got how an oven tray is just pretty much open.
Right.
You want to have it such that it's dripping its juices into the tray that the Yorkshire pudding is going to go into. So that once you've pulled that, once it's cooking, of course, it's developing a bit of a fat reservoir in the bottom of this tray, and that tray is getting hot. As it does that, once you get, if there's, depending on how much, when you're about to put the batter in, depending on how much there is in there, you might pour some of that out. Otherwise, you just leave it in there, pour your batter in, then stick it in under the roast. And as the roast continues to drip fat, it drips it into the Yorkshire pudding. Boom. There is the flavour.
Wow.
Because ultimately, of course, what you got there is a situation where all that flavoursome meat juice is hitting the Yorkshire pudding, and it is Flavour Town.
So where does blood pudding? What does that originate from?
Now that one I'm a bit unsure. I would suggest it would be as simple as just a good way of using up every last bit of an animal.
Right.
Ultimately, that's what sausages are.
Hot dogs as well here.
Yeah, it's the same shit, different colour. In terms of you, by virtue of what sausages are made out of, which is to say, all the crappy parts of the animal. That's basically.
Yeah, here
You're
in
not.
our town, there's Carolina Packers is actually a place that starts and finishes the hot dogs, and you
Yep.
can go by there some days, and that's the most horrific smell you've ever smelled in
Oh
your
yeah.
life.
Yeah, mate. Look, sausages are okay. Here we go. There used to be a TV program. You would probably be unfamiliar with it because it was a British one from the 80s called Yes, Prime Minister.
Yeah, no.
And there's one scene where, and this is before it was the EU and back when it was the EEC, where they're trying to get rid of or prevent the British sausage being called that because it doesn't meet the EEC health regulations, you see.
Right.
And basically, when the Prime Minister's getting very frustrated about this and venting his frustration to one of his secretaries, he's there and he's explaining this because it doesn't meet health regulations and rah rah rah. Is there? Is there? Yes. Apparently, the average British sausage contains the following. And as he's starting to break it down, you can see he's feeling quite queasy.
Yeah.
And he's there. Yeah, I had a couple of these for breakfast this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. But yeah, sausages ultimately were always just a way of getting rid of waste or preventing waste. Um,
Some bitches are actually pretty tasty.
oh yeah.
They are.
The Germans are a bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, their sausages are not necessarily so waste oriented. Some are, some aren't. Some of their sausages are very particular. By which I mean, yeah, they are salami and like all sausages, hardly healthy, but they're a bit more specific as to what sort of meat. In terms of, they'll be a bit more. One is beef. One is. It's a bit more specific in that regard, rather than just. I know that British sausages can often have a variety of meats in there, not just one, but a range. Although, of course, you do, of course, have the whole thing of a pork sausage. Pork sausage is the classic English sausage, to my understanding.
Right.
But yeah, if you just hear it's just a barbecue sausage, God alone knows what that's got in it.
Huh.
Could have beef, could have whatever they're trying to use at the time. Just a little nudge up here. With a bit, there we go. I think maybe a little more. Yeah. There we go. Now it's coming together. Now, happily, I did find this other decal without having to go the rummage McScrummage.
Well, two of the ones on the front of my hood, I wound up painting on there because I think they tore or I lost them. I can't remember. So I had to wind up painting them on.
Some of them I can see there might be little spots where I'm going to be going. You know what? Who would have thought? Touch, touch, touch. I can see that's going to happen. And where some of these overlap, we'll see how it rolls out once I've applied decal soften. Would be the geo, I guess, because that will possibly change the angles a little bit. Now, trying to think what helicopter I might get. There's a whole stack of options on that one.
Well, I'll tell you what I can do. If you want the one put together like I got, send me your address and an email, and I'll pick you one up and ship it to you.
Now, there's only one issue with that at the moment, mate. Ha! This is dead set serious. At the moment, mail between Australia and the US is a bit slow. I'll even tell you, and the reason for that is because the tariffs are changing the postal rate.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the tariffs.
Yeah,
Damn it, man.
it's a pain in the ass, to say the least.
You're right.
All I'm saying is I'm glad I'm not the one who has to live with it. You know what I mean? You guys, you have to.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, my wife actually made that comment the other day about the tariffs and how long it would take to ship something to you.
Oh, yeah, that is the
And
issue.
cost of it as well, yeah.
And you got to say that's the dumbest thing. Yeah, really? But yeah,
I know.
yes, we'll leave that there. As I say to people, I do try to keep politics off the channel.
Yeah. We'll leave that be.
Yeah, it's just a tactful thing to do, I find.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's a
That's when I try to buy all my models is when they're on sale at Hobby Lobby because I can get a $35 model for $17.
yeah, right, score. Now, this one's a bit long. You can see there might be a bit of trimming action going on as well with some of these.
Yeah, there was some I had to trim as well.
That's okay, it'll look swish. I can deal. I can deal. Too bad if I can't, really, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just have to come back to that little addendum. Now, next. Oh, wow, I'm almost there. I'm like the guy who's flying down the trench in Star Wars. Almost there.
Yeah, almost there.
The guy who cracks me up is the one who goes, and it's away. What, does he think he's in a porn movie?
I know, right?
And then there's and let's not forget the Family Guy polite British porn. Almost. Almost. Ah, there we go.
Oh, Stewie.
Oh, yeah. Now, 36. 36. 36. I'm going to, by the looks of it, I'm only going to need to get on. Oh, wait, another 4 decals. And then I reckon I might be winding the stream up for the day. I've done all right. Tomorrow, I'm putting the engine wires or the.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm really keen to do that on a stream because I think that'll be cool.
Absolutely.
Now, but she's looking a lot more like the Batmobile now. I was I don't know if I've shared with you. I was just looking about the whole TV series Batman, and I remember reading part of an interview with um, Burt Ward, and he was complaining that Adam West had been an absolute womanizer,
No way.
and that he'd become one as well. It had been such a bad influence on him. And as I was reading this, all I could think was, yes, it must have been quite the burden. Um, I don't know how I deal with hot and cold running women. Um, it's just you think, and you're complaining. Your complaint here is I'm struggling to join some dots, mate. Actually, one of the more amusing famous people and women thing I ever heard was
I,
actually from an interview with one of the Osmonds, them of the big teeth, and yeah, apparently they had girls trying to always climb into the hotel room. And of course, they're these clean living Mormon boys,
oh yeah.
wide-eyed and fresh-faced. That's what they're saying anyway. And you think, yeah, look, boys, it's okay. We all know what goes on, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just can't picture Adam West being that way though.
Uh, well, that's just what the story was. But you got to say, it
There's
certainly
always
would
there's
have been.
always a little bit of truth behind it, you know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's the mayor of Quahog as well, of course, and these are things to consider.
Yep.
I mean, have you seen that moment where Cleveland is giving psychoanalysis to Adam West?
No.
He basically is there, it confronts him with, I suspect that your apparent, I got this the wrong way around. Basically suggests that everything he does is to confront or is to cover dark, possibly criminal intentions, and that you're completely aware of that your sketchy behavior is just you know what you're doing, but it's just to fool everybody else.
Right.
And Adam West looks at him and says, "Cleveland, you are absolutely right. Now, excuse me, I've got to go and tie a horse to a motorboat."
Shit.
Yeah, right. So is he right? Isn't he? Who knows?
Damn.
Another split here, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll fix that in due course.
Oh,
Now let's just move that down. Right. Or maybe you don't. Picture of that. Boom. There we go. And now we will go. Actually, you know what we're going to go with? Batman. That's the one. Now, so if I get these two on, it's just the 40 on the sides there. And then it's a question of getting the lights in. Or just, yeah, I think that might be a good idea. May not as well. Who knows? These are the mysteries of life, as I understand them anyway. And soak. Now,
which one you putting on now?
Batman. The bat symbol. And then I'll put on the 40s at the back. And then that will probably be me done for today. I reckon.
All right.
And tomorrow I'm going to do the engine and the lights and whatever else I have time for. And I should be able to be around for some while tomorrow as well, for at least for a couple of hours.
Okie dokie.
Because
I'll be right here with you.
As I have been today, because I've been around for 2.5 today, and I'll probably be around for 2.5 tomorrow.
Okay.
The reason for that is tomorrow is a public holiday. So hey, and I have, yeah, it's for Adelaide Cup Day.
Okay.
The Adelaide Cup is a race, basically.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what that was.
Here we go. You ever heard of the Melbourne Cup?
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, no.
Okay. In Australia, it's the biggest horse race there is. I guess runs roughly equivalent of, now what's the big one in the US? I know there's one horse race that's the one.
Hell damn.
In more, okay, we'll go for we can go for a different approach. Consider it the equivalent of the British Grand National. If that rolls for you. I know there's. I keep thinking of when it's like in a bluegrass sort of a state.
Oh shit!
That's all. I seem to recall.
Kentucky Derby.
That sounds right.
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be, yeah. The Melbourne Cup is our equivalent. The Adelaide Cup is our local variation.
Okay. All
right. Yeah. As a fun little fact, getting back to the Kentucky Derby, I remember a scene out of MASH where they're having their own little game to sort of like just have a bit of a laugh, where they're doing a payout on the Kentucky Derby. We can't remember how they were having their race, but ultimately that's what they were doing. And one of them, I can't remember if it was BJ or Hawkeye or whatever, is claiming to be Culpepper W. Culpepper.
I used to watch MASH all the time, but I can't remember much from the episodes.
I also used to watch MASH all the time. It was, I mean, let's face it, it was a pretty big show in its day.
Oh yeah, the 4077.
Yeah. I prefer the earlier ones because it did start getting a bit heavy duty with some of the script writing and stuff, but you know, whatever. But certainly I found the earlier ones a lot more amusing.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the hot
now,
lips full hand.
oh yeah. Look, in her day, Loretta Swit had it going on. Let's not be shy now.
No, you're right.
Anyone who says otherwise is either A, gay, or B, tasteless.
Yeah, something be wrong with them.
It's, yeah. Phew. Yeah. All I'm saying is bow wow woof woof. Now, um, I'll get these ones on, and then I reckon I'm done for the day. I've done all right.
Well, that's all you can do, right?
Well, I was going to, because I was having had such a hard time with one of these, I was going to wind up earlier, but then you came on, and I thought, well, I'll persist for a while, and I'm glad I have now
I am
because
too.
I've gotten a shitload done, you know, and it means we'll be able to get onto the course there sooner than if I had wound up, if you follow me.
Yep, yep.
Um, it's an hour more that I've done that I would not have done otherwise. Ergo, yeah, it's all good. So that's going to go bam, is it? Or yeah, it has to go that way. There's only one way it can go. And soak. So yeah, because I've only got. So once I get the lights in, um, those decals, and then it's just assembly. There's nothing to paint now, so that's a bit of a win. There we go. Almost there. You got to say, whoever came up with the design of the Batmobile, I'm not sure I like those lines. Give me a moment. Hang on. No, that's right. Just being a drama queen as always. Right, there we go. Up we come. In we go. Up we come. Back we go. All right, is that okay? Yep. Think we're good. Oh, hang on.
Oh, George Barris built the designed and built the 1966 Batmobile.
Well, I got to say the artwork on it,
He transformed
everything
a
about it,
55 Lincoln.
it's it's really coolly done as far as the lines, the paintwork. You got to commend the guy.
Oh yeah, George Barris is known for his cars, his hot rods, his
Oh, is
designs.
he?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he
In
did.
that case, yeah, they had the right man for the job then, didn't they?
Did he did. I think he designed the Monster Mobile too.
Yeah, right. I can see that.
Yeah, we used to love
That would
watching
be
the monsters.
ah, splatch. Last one for the day. Wow. Ha! Totally worth it.
When chicken dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'll even go the full Tom Hardy as Ronnie Crate. Yeah. totally mirrored. Oh yeah, baby. Ha ha. Happy. Now, there we come. And on you go. Almost. Boom.
Nice. Look at there.
So, what I can even do now is very quickly move in a bit further. So, yeah, we've getting
Oh yeah, looking good.
starting to come together now.
Well, you don't have very many left to put on, do you?
No, mate. Like I said, I want to get the lights in position first, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think that's just could just be a me thing. Be that as it may. Now, hang on for a moment. There's a curious moment that I'm thinking I may wish to check out on. I was looking to see, they have 41, and I was looking to see, do they go on the inside here? No, they don't. That would be particularly, I can see why that wouldn't do. That'd be a little orkies and possibly even a little excessive. Jolly good. All right. You want to show us what you've done on your beastie there, Bassman?
I really haven't done much today, but just tidied up the chassis a little bit more.
No, I'll just give it a boom. I need to raise it up a bit more.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I just tidied
Oh,
up the
there
chassis
we
a
go.
little bit more.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Just chromed it
That's
back
very-
out some more.
Yep.
Got a little more ditch.
Got to say the whole chrome approach that you do there on your car has me looking at how I'm going to do my next cars. You know.
Yeah. But this one's going to be pretty well jacked up. It's an 86
So
Silverado.
you want to make sure it's all looking pretty swish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All
That's what I had,
righty.
like,
Yeah, nice one. All right. Now back to dual screen. Okay, that's us done for today. Now I'll be back a bit early, an hour earlier on your time again tomorrow, Bassman.
okay, sound good.
Again, because it's the daylight saving. Once yours changes and everybody else changes, I'll work out how I'm going to best do this. Ultimately, I'll probably just start an hour earlier because it's not that fucking hard, man. That's the bottom line. It's not that fucking hard.
Yep.
All right, first time viewers out there, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. If you'd like to track me down other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And follow, like, or subscribe. And tomorrow we'll be back. I won't finish the Batmobile, but I'll get pretty fucking close. It's coming along now, by golly. All righty. And on that note, good people, we'll catch you tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And I'll catch you good people then. Catch you, Bassman.
See you there, Robster.
I forgot to say hi to Basswoman. Hi and bye. See yous.